It's unreasonable to expect people who never met our needs to suddenly meet them. When you feel safe and secure and seen, it doesn't really matter what's going on from the past.
Hi Marisa, thank you for the opportunity of asking a question. My name's Sarah, I'm from the UK. I'd like to do some work with my inner child. I wonder whether you've got any advice on whether they can be transformed and merged with the adult side of you. Thank you.
So Sarah, people get very confused with the inner child and the adult. And what is the inner child? Well, it's just what I call the unmet needs. So when you're a little girl or even a tiny baby, you have very few needs. And the needs are to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel connected. And as you get a little bit older, your needs are the same. I want to feel safe, loved, connected, but I also want to feel celebrated. I want to feel that you're proud of me. And then we become an adult, and actually we still have the same needs: safe, loved, connected, secure, celebrated, proud of me. And what happens with children is when these needs aren't met, only two things can happen. The child thinks, well, these needs are never going to be met, so they give them up, or they go out into the world and go, hey, I got to find someone to make me feel special, to make me feel I matter, to make me feel loved. So they give the need away. Could you out there come into my world and make me feel I matter? And when you give the need away, what happens is the person may meet the need. Hey, sure, I can do that. I can make you feel lovable and smart and significant, but I might leave you. I might get really sick and my needs come to the front. So when a child's needs are not met, something very tragic happens. They never stop loving the parent. They immediately stop loving themselves. And they often carry that with them forever. They give up the need. I'm never going to find love. I'm never going to matter. Things are never going to work out. Or they give the need away. But there's a third way, and it's the only way, and that is to meet the need yourself. So take a minute now and think about, what is your need? Do you need to feel important, significant, lovable, smart, interesting, intelligent? And of course, that's an important need. You need to take a minute and start to go, hey, I matter. I'm smart. I'm lovable. I'm amazing. I've got something to offer the world. It sounds kind of weird that you're thinking of your need and saying it to yourself. However, when you start to say it, your mind doesn't go, hang on, who's saying that? It doesn't matter. So if you needed your mom to tell you that you were gorgeous, your dad to tell you that you were significant, your teacher to tell you that you were smart, and they never did it, they're never going to do it. It's unreasonable to expect people who never met our needs to suddenly meet them. So whatever you need to hear, for everyone listening to this call, whatever you have an unmet need for, start saying, I'm the favorite kid. I'm the most amazing child. I matter so much to my parents, even if it's not true. I'm smart, I'm lovable, I matter. Keep saying it, because remember, your mind doesn't know, and it doesn't care if what you tell it is true or false, good or bad, right or wrong. It lets it in. So your inner child has unmet needs, and the adult you is wandering through life with a belief, well, I'm never going to make this need, or I got to find someone to meet all my needs. But let's go the third way. You know, I was never the favorite kid, and that's all I wanted. When I was a grown up, I began to say, I'm the favorite, I'm the favorite. It actually shocked me that in 2 weeks, my parents both reacted to me as if I was the favorite kid and always had been. And it ceased to matter what had happened before they both tuned into me as if I was their favorite and started saying, oh, you're amazing and you're the favorite. I thought, this is really weird. What was even weirder is by the time I'd done that, I thought, oh, actually, I don't need to be their favorite. I feel like I am. And that's the only thing that matters. When you feel smart, lovable, gorgeous, significant, when you feel safe and secure and seen, it doesn't really matter what's going on from the past, because the past is gone. The present is where you're at. So think about your needs. Everyone on this call, think about your unmet needs. Think about meeting them yourself. You might say that's fake it till you make it, but the mind doesn't know. So if you start to say, I'm magnetically lovable, I'm so smart, people love me, people listen to me, your words shape your reality, and those words will start to make that your reality. Let me know how you get on. And that was a great question. Thanks for sending it in. Check out my next video here.